Hello, friends, and welcome to Walk With Me. My name is Marcus D. Rocio, and today I'm going to be taking a walk with a dear friend of mine who is super and talented and just an amazing person and spirit overall, Avionce Hoyles. Get ready. And I'm sitting here with the ever so talented, multi-hyphenated individual I like to call Avionce Hoyles. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It is truly a pleasure to have you take this walk with us. I know it's a little hot out today, and you're a Southern boy, so...
Sometimes my favorite time. Like all of y'all that be dreading this time, too bad. I like the summer, okay? It's the winter I can't get down.
I like the summer to a degree. I don't like to be uncomfortable during the summer.
Heard.
And July is definitely a humid month here in the state of New York.
It's fine. I mean, listen, if you're coming into New York, then you know you need a couple AC units.
So I also want to comment on the fact that you are actually my first repeat guest. And the reason I am saying that is because you were on a previous podcast that I used to do with my friend James Roberts. Shout out to James Roberts.
Yes.
And it was called Take the Stairs. And you actually were our very last guest before the pandemic started. So you were late February and the pandemic started early March. Yes. And that was our last episode that we did in person. He and I did one where we were just kind of catching up in the midst of the pandemic.
Okay.
But it was virtual. But you were the last guest that we had on the podcast.
That's crazy. I didn't even really know that information or even think about it. I think I forgot what timeline that was. I remember doing the show. We had a great episode.
Oh, absolutely. I remember that's how the podcast with James worked. I was the controversial one. He was more the peacemaker. And then to have you in the middle, because it was like Dina, Effie, and Laurel.
So we going like this.
Yeah.
And James Ed.
Oh, James.
It's crazy. He's trying to reel us in and we can't be real. That's crazy.
No. And I actually just watched that episode recently and I was like, yeah, we definitely made we touched some topics. We touched some topics that day.
Yeah. If people wanted me to do this all the time, I don't know if I'd ever work again. Which I don't have that much of a fear of that now as I did back then because I work for myself.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. But you could always channel your spirit animal. And you know where I'm about to go.
But if I channel my spirit animal, then we won't work in this town again. She's unfiltered. She's made a name for herself in a way that she can be just herself in that. If she's around, it's going to be F-bombs everywhere. Because that's what it is, know? And it's all out of her uniqueness. It's pure. It's a thing. It's never meant to offend. It just comes out that way.
So context for those of you who may not know, the spirit animal in question is actually the one and only Jenifer motherfucking Lewis.
Yeah. Which, in my life has been so crazy because so many of my close friends, colleagues, and associates are, close to her, and I still haven't met her.
That was actually going to be.
Still haven't met her.
That was actually going to be one of my questions because I remember years ago when we did Take the Stairs, I had asked you, have you met her yet? Because she actually was aware of our podcast.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know if it's the fact that we took the slogan Take the Stairs or we kept hashtagging it and hashtagging her, but she was aware of it. And I remember that we legit called that the Jenifer Lewis and Avionce episode. And
that's funny.
Because you and I have known each other for a very long time.
Yes, we've known each other for a while.
I remember you telling me your dream to meet Jenifer Lewis and the interaction that you were hoping to have. Is it still the same?
I think it would be a bit different now.
Okay.
Because so much has changed in life with my life and her life.
Yeah.
She's had a really intrusive experience with life and death, honestly. That I think has changed her in a lot of ways. And so my introduction or my vision to meeting her now would be a bit different than what I envisioned the last year.
I respect it. I think that if it were to be that original idea of how you two would meet, that could happen after a rapport has been built.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that would be like a second or third.
Yeah. And I said this before to you, I still am waiting for that video to pop up of you and her in her house by that piano.
Oh my gosh, dreams. Because now, like, I don't want my meeting to be just like, oh, just another fan of mine. I'm like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
I do you.
Yeah.
I did a whole off-Broadway show as somebody else. You know,
And so-
like, it was the whole thing.
I would almost write an off-Broadway show about Jenifer Lewis's life based off of her book. And the only person I would cast in it would have to be a drag show, because the only person I would cast with Jenifer Lewis would be you.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that
There would be no understudy. You
Yeah.
would never be able to take off, because the only person who could play her outside of herself would be you. And if you quit, we got to get her to come do the role.
I was doing Titanic, and the show is amazing comedy.
Yes.
But these
Shout out to Ty Blue. And the team behind there,
Marla
Marla.
Mendel,
Yes.
Constantine Vasuli,
Yes.
everybody over there. And as I was reading the script, the track, the Seaman and the Iceberg, I could only see her doing it. But I was doing her as RuPaul. I was doing her as, you know.
And you know,
Yeah.
it's interesting, because I saw you in the show twice, and then I did the Titanic pre-production crossover.
Yes.
But I was actually Victor Garber.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember there was talks about me going, like, because they were asking me to come in to audition, but I couldn't at the time.
Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and I actually think they already were planning to bring back actor who had already played the role.
Oh yeah, listen,
Yeah.
that's the revolving door, baby. If you've
Yeah.
done it, they want you to do it again. Yeah, it was an exciting moment for me because it was comedic,
Yeah.
and at the time that we were doing it, we had the liberty of like really grounding the roles and creating the space. And Jenifer Lewis was the person that I heard in the script. Like,
Yes.
and here's the real game about it all.
All right, tell me about it.
She came to see it once I was done. The whole time that I was there, the year that I was there,
Oh, we got a point to make now.
she came after I left, which is why when like these people are meeting her and I'm seeing it, I'm like, why is this not happening? Are we gonna cause the world to explode? is our meeting going to cause the world to combust? Like, what is happening?
I mean, personally, I think it will.
You know, I don't know what that's gonna be. I don't know how it's gonna be, but for some reason, those lines just won't do that. We keep doing this.
Yes,
You won't come see my show after I leave the motherfucking show?
Lord.
Like, for real, like, I'm doing you
Yeah.
and have been doing you on the stage.
You know what it's going to take? It's going to take for you to do that Jenifer Lewis bio musical.
Well, you got right there.
Listen, I will
Got
get
it
my
right.
pen and pad out tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have it on. We'll have it in the next 6 months. She'll be invited to every single show until
I want to
she
do
finally
all of
shows
her
up.
songs from the cabaret days.
Yes.
So, where can we find that? Where's Mark Shaman? Somebody call Mark
Oh
Shaman.
my, well, you know, we know people who know Mark.
Hello.
Yes. You know, our two idols are best friends in real life. So, just to give a little context, my spirit animal and my idol in life is the ever fabulous Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Emmy winning.
Emmy winning Dream Girl, original Dream Girl. They're both original Dream Girls, actually. Mine is Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yeah.
Yours is Jenifer Lewis.
Yes.
And they're best friends. You know that clip where Jenifer is talking about Cheryl, and she's like, Cheryl is one of my oldest friends.
just rude.
And I'm like, you can only say something like that
About your family.
And because that's legit what it is. And that's how I look at you too, because we've known each other for so long. We may not talk every day.
Yeah.
We may not see each other all the time. But one thing I can definitely say about you is you are family, and you truly like you pour into me, and I hope I do the same to you.
Absolutely.
Because like throughout the years, we've always supported each other's projects. We've always messaged each other, said words of inspiration, encouragement, whatever, et cetera, et
It's
cetera.
about community though. Like you've been a part of my community. And so we come from different places and spaces, and we come into this huge mecca of New York. We want to do this entertainment thing that everybody want to do when they move here. And we're black in this industry, and that sets us apart in a very different way. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it's very true. And sometimes people have a mentality being in this industry and even being black, and they like to gatekeep. I ain't here for that. That ain't never been my thing. It's like, hey, we here together. It's enough for everybody, and everybody can breathe easy. Like, ain't no need for me to be holding anything from you. You need something, and I know where it is, or if I have it, please come.
I remember us, like, if I told you I had my mission, you'd be like, because we lived around the corner from each other, you'd be like, come over, we're going to look at the material. It was one time I was in for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah.
You remember where I'm going with this, right?
I think so.
Yes. I was in for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. They wanted me in for the Misunderstanding track.
Yeah.
And mind you, I have been in for Misunderstanding for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I've been in for it multiple times where you and I studied Tina Turner. And we put on What's Love Got to Do with It, and we watched some concert videos, and literally all in one night. And we ate because my buddy here can cook. I don't know what to tell y'all, but this one right here, this is Southern child. This child right here cook.
Listen, we turn the pots and pans.
Oh, turn the pots and pans.
We turn the
Baby,
pots and
you
pans.
make the pots and pans, you put the screws in, you slap it on the stove, you turn the gasoline
That's
on.
that Southern thing though. Cooking has, and even more so now, it makes me feel close to my grandmother. And so when I first moved here, she was still in South Carolina and all of the things and her recipes. I would miss that essence of home.
Yes.
So being in the kitchen where like, I feel like we spent most of our time anyway, she was always in the kitchen, makes me feel close to her, to call her on the phone and be like, hey, what'd you put in this? I'm trying to make this. And she'd tell me, well, use this or that. And we lost her in 2019, and so now when I'm there, I'm like, hey, legacy, ma'am, we still down here doing the things. We're still, making it work. Her thing was making sure everybody had some food, right? And not just food, but like good food.
Yes.
It could be the person that was getting a little sip on the street and maybe ain't have much. They could always come to my grandmother's house and get good food, and they knew it. They knew there would be no judgment there, and they could always eat. So you can eat with me. I'm gonna feed you.
And let me tell y'all, if y'all gonna eat with Avionce, you're gonna eat good. I'm a vegetarian, so I can't eat half the things.
Pescatarian now.
You pescatarian
Yeah.
now? Welcome to the family.
Well, I've been here for a while. That's why you told me you was like something's different. Yes.
Oh wow.
I'm on a new thing.
Okay. So how long has it been?
6 months.
6 months. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you decide to go pescatarian?
Honestly, I felt it. It was a spiritual thing. There are a lot of things in life that I'm doing that are very new for me.
Yes.
And Mary has a song that spoke to my spirit.
Yes.
And it's called Go Get It.
Go Get It.
And one of the lyrics in Go Get It, if you want something you never got, you gotta do something you never done.
Ooh. I can always rely on you for a word.
Listen, that's how I have to be grounded in that thing. And
Yes.
so I am praying and expecting and moving for newness in my life, so I have to do something new.
Yes.
Yes.
What you literally just said just now just hit my soul. Like, when I turned 30, that's kind of what started my journey. I became a vegan when I was was 30.
I like eggs.
I love
Wait,
me
is
a
your
good
mom
egg.
vegan?
My mom's a vegan. We actually turned vegan at the exact same time. We started looking at documentaries. It's the one about basically how cows were being killed to make burgers, and then how their milk was processed, and all the chemicals were put in the bleaches, the blood.
Crazy.
Basically, we're drinking their blood and pus.
Oh, Lord.
That started my journey, and I felt a difference. Now, my thing is, and this is probably why we done thickened up a little bit. I subbed the meats with starches because I always, or carbs, because I always felt like I needed to eat to be full. I think that's amazing.
I haven't allowed myself any moments because at this point spiritually I felt like there was like a time set for me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get to that marker, we'll check in to see if we're gonna continue or not. But
Yeah.
I'm a social drinker.
Yeah.
And I've been discovering these what do you call that? Mocktails.
You've never heard of mocktails before?
Well, I never had to do a mocktail because I'm a tequila guy. I just put that tequila in there.
Well, I mean, this is also very true, yes.
You know, I had a very divine moment this morning. I was going to grab a ticket to see Purpose because this is LaTonya Richardson Jackson's last weekend. And I've seen it, but someone that I love hasn't, and I wanted to go grab that $45 ticket.
Come on, 45.
Because they do rush over there.
Yeah. You didn't know the line starts at 6 a.m.?
I'm not doing that.
If a check ain't involved?
Shayada, bo, bo, bo. So I ran into some lovely people in the industry. One of them being Liz Ann Mitchell. And her spirit was so giving, nurturing, and lovely. When I got up this morning, I was going in for something, and I received so much just by standing and speaking and talking about the beauty of what it is that we do, calling ourselves storytellers, and how we have a mantle for our community and our culture right now for us to see who we actually are. Not being in the space for people to tell us who we are, because that's a problem.
Yes.
No, because it's in your face. See it. Know what that thing is. And she spoke such life, and I've been floating ever since. So thank you, Black woman. Thank you, Black women,
Yes.
for who you are for all of us. Yeah, protect them with your life.
Ooh, you have to.
Protect them with your life.
You truly have to, because they are the backbone of our community. They're the least protected, and I truly believe the reason why is because we look at them to be the backbone. That we don't do our part. It's like if you have a king and a queen sitting on a throne, you have to have an army to protect them. But the problem is we say they're the queens, but how many of us are actually standing in the front lines to protect them? We throw them in the front lines.
Hello.
Yes. But you know, my friend, you are a powerful force to be reckoned with.
Oh, thank you.
I'm always in awe of you and like everything that you are. People would love to put you in a box because they want to see you as a singer first. But what you have stated multiple times is that you are an actor and a storyteller first. How have you maintained that power over all these years?
First, thank you. That means a lot coming from you, honestly. You've been there for the journey. You're still there for the journey. I don't allow people to tell me who and what I am. I know who and what I am. And I don't owe anybody anything. I'm going to show you. I ain't got to tell you nothing. I'm going to move how I move. However or whatever you receive from that, that's for you. You got nothing to do with it. You know?
That's very true, because I feel like your identity gets lost in trying to create be in that box of what you're supposed to be. If you're a 20-something-year-old black boy, you're supposed to have this big gospel church voice. You're supposed to tap dance and dance down. But there's more to us than that archetype. Because you will let others be allowed to step out of their archetype that you presented for or created for them. But when it comes to us, it's like, well, okay, 20-something-year-old black boy about yay high, has to have strong high tenor gospel belts, has to be able to dance down and keep up, and but has to be able to blend into the background enough and not stand out too much. But it's like, well, no, that's not fair to me because I have more than that to offer. So
you have more than that to offer, but also there are black people that did not grow up or come up in a world where all they were hearing were these belting, gospel, growly type of things.
yeah,
What about the legit kids?
Yeah.
What about those kids that can do other things? You know what I mean? We're not a monolith.
we're not. And it's so crazy because I actually had to learn to accept that about myself. I can sing. I'm a good singer.
Yes.
But I do not have a gospel sounding voice.
And that's fine.
And that is okay. And I think as I got older, because I used to compare myself, but I just had to accept that I have a pop tenor voice. Or
You got a black voice. You black, right?
that's what my mama told me.
Hello. You were born and raised in Chicago.
Yes.
Born and raised in South Carolina. Two totally different views and upbringings. Like I was talking about earlier, like my grandmother was very influential in my life and my upbringing and who I am as a person. And that does not overshadow who I am as an artist, right? So here I am with instruction and influence from somebody that was born in 1921. Who was living in South Carolina. So there were places that I would go, like church, because that's where we were allowed to go,
Yes.
where there was still a hymn choir. They were stomping and singing. Was no music. The music was your voice, the harmonies, that type of thing. Like that ground, we gonna sing our oppression away type of thing. It's not your Chicago thing, because y'all was moving, living in shit, you know what doing?
Do you ever feel when you're doing projects, it could be theater, it could be concerts, do you ever feel you fall invisible? Meaning that the work, and of course the work has to have a life of its own, but do you ever feel like you're invisible in the work and people don't, even though they see your work, they don't see you?
Yes, and this is something that I am working on currently, because what I'm realizing is I'm wanting my gifts to be seen by these people, I guess producers or bigwigs as you have them. And for so long I've done so much work for so many people and I felt like I've been pushed aside or my work is overshadowed, and I know the work that I do.
I heard that.
But it's not about them. It's about the people. Why am I here? It's not for them. It's for the people that come to you and say, thank you, I need it. Being in this industry can mess your mind up.
Yes, it
Because
can.
you're looking for stuff. You're looking for recognition from these different spaces and places when that ain't why we're here.
You are actually one of the most spiritually centered people I know. One thing I could definitely say about you is that your walk is long and strong. Take that how you will. As an artist, have you ever felt that your faith has been tested?
Absolutely. I feel like my faith is tested constantly, especially here because you're in a space where people are gonna judge you from the time that you walk into a room. You don't have to open your mouth. The way you come into a room, they're gonna judge you for that. Human nature tells you that that's off-putting because you want to be liked, you want the thing to be good, you want to get that check, right?
Because the check is nice.
Sometimes
Nice.
they are now. So yeah, I have felt like my faith has been tested.
Yes.
I know where my anchor is, right? I know that I'm not just out here flailing. I can feel like that sometimes, but I know exactly where I need to be grounded, to be anchored, right? To come back into the space and say, don't worry about if this person has seen you or not. You're not here for that face. You're here for this one. Did you do what you were supposed to do here? Because that's for me. Now, I'm not talking for anybody else. For me, that's the ministry. Our gifts aren't for us. Our responsibility to the gift is to make it as good as it can be, right? To train, to hone that. But it's not for you. You are the instrument. The instrument is used for something.
Would you say you've ever felt like giving up on that?
I have felt extremely frustrated. I have felt the point of, why am I here? What am I doing? But I can say to you honestly, I've never given up. I've even questioned,
Yes.
what does this mean? I'm going, like, what is this? But no, I've never felt like just throwing it in. Because me being here is a testament to purpose. There was no way that I was supposed to be here in New York. How?
Yeah.
There was no money. There was no how?
Yeah.
And here I am over a decade later.
What's something that you've learned since you began your professional journey to now?
Never to pigeonhole myself. Don't box myself in. A lot of people in this industry will try and tell you how they feel or what they feel you should be. And you'll try to conform to that thing for that check. But you're creative. You're an artist. That means so many different things. Why don't you let those wings unfold, you know? There's so much out here. Yeah.
A lot of artists will get into that headspace of, I'm an actor, or I'm a singer, or I only want to do Broadway. So therefore, they're limiting themselves, not realizing that there's other things out there. You could start off as an actor, but then you become the director or the writer. Or, let's say you have a skill in sewing. You become the costumer. Don't, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
No, it's not even because you utilize those skills for work.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. I was going to get to the check. It's not just simply about the check, it's the artistic expression.
Expression.
So speaking of writing and directing and being an artist, let's talk about a project that you yourself created. Let's talk about Dear Tine.
Okay.
Now, just to give a little bit of context, I was there for, I want to say, the birth.
You were there for the premiere, absolutely.
Yes.
But tell the people how you were there for the premiere.
So you called me, I want to say late October, early November of 2021. I was going through a lot of the times, but you called me around that time. And I needed some light. I really did. My father had just passed, lost my job, dealing with a breakup, whatever. Like, your light helped me kind of find my way back home. Yes. You had asked me to costume your look for Dear Tine. And we had worked together before, doing some looks, but this one was very special. And you had a specific look that you were going for. You wanted an 80s rock look. You commissioned me for this piece that you wear that I remember working on nonstop. Lots of glue, lots of sparkling rhinestones.
Fierce piece, okay?
And you still wear it. I see videos of like you performing. I'm like, oh, okay, it's lasted.
Well,
you know.
This is what I do. I take it out sometimes.
As you
not
should.
all the
That's
time.
how it lasts.
And I make sure it gets photographed.
And you told the story of Tina Turner and how she has inspired you and affected your life. What was the thought process behind Dear Tina?
Wow. Dear Tina was given to me. It is not something that I came up with as a concept. In 2021, Tina Turner put out a documentary on HBO Max. And I've been a fan for a very long time. Like, I'm a real fan, like I belong to like the fan groups and stuff type of thing. And she said, this is my farewell to my fans. And if you're a fan of Tina, that's not verbiage that she uses.
Yeah.
And so my antennas went up and I was like, is she ill? What's going on? Come to find out she was ill. I watched the documentary and I couldn't sleep the night. And I got up the next morning and I prayed and I said, God, what is bothering me? Why can't I sleep? And through meditation I heard, write it. And I was like, write it? Write what? And so then I have to continue the prayer and meditation, and I was led to my director, I was led to my musical director. I reached out to them, I told them that I was doing something I had never done before. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew that they had to be a part of it.
Yes.
Both of them accepted, like on the spot. And I was told by my director, Gerald Stewart, to continue writing my love letters, and that we would put the script together with my love letters, not knowing that my love letters were going to become the script.
Yes.
To the show.
Yes. That was one of my favorite parts of the show, was in between each number, you would hear the narration of the love letters and how certain things affected you at certain points in life. And I thought that was really amazing. And I can't speak for audience success, but I can definitely say that first night in November 2021, it was a magical night.
Oh, magical.
All of Black Broadway showed up to pour into you. You sang face, you sang your heart out. I remember you even cried at one point on stage. You looked good, but you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it was truly it was a transformative moment to watch, because, like I said, being a part of that team, working with you and Daryl, working with you and Darnell and everybody who was involved, it was like welcome home.
Oh yeah. It's family. The reason why I wrote it was to get it over to her. I don't know if she knew how many Black church kids she had affected, how many of us looked up to her. And I wanted to do the show so that I could film it and send it to her. That was my goal. It has become something much larger than what I expected.
Yes. 2 years later, she had passed. And I know how I felt. Because when celebrities pass, sometimes it's like, okay, they passed, they were of a certain age, so you expect it. But then there are some celebrity deaths that truly have an impact on you. How did you feel when you heard the news that she had passed?
It's not that it's loaded, it was what was happening in my life at the time. So I'm gonna try and do this in order so that you can understand.
Absolutely.
We do Dear Tina in 2021. By 2022, I'm in Titanic doing the iceberg as Tina Turner singing River Deep Mountain High.
Yes.
May of 2023 is when she passed away, and that was when Dear Tina was commissioned to go on celebrity cruise lines to do the guest entertainer spot. I am on a plane heading to the first gig, and she dies.
Whew.
Right.
Yes.
Today she died. I was devastated. I was inconsolable in a middle seat on the flight. And I got to the ship and I had to get it together. This woman who had gone through so much adversity in her life, who had dealt with such abuse, did not sit in a corner and cry. She got on stage and she did what she was supposed to do.
Yes.
So wipe that up and go do what you need to do. And if y'all don't know, I'm about to tell secrets. He calls me anime.
Oh, I do.
And this was before I even wrote the show.
Yes.
This was before 2020.
We've always shared a connection to Tina Turner.
Because of Jenifer Lewis.
Yes. Because she played her mother in the... What do you mean, sing rough?
What do you mean, rougher?
And I do a pretty good Ike Turner impersonation.
Oh, it's really good.
Well, really, I'm channeling one of my uncles, and when they would get drunk and start getting belligerent, it really came natural to me. I'll put that mushroom wig on and the glasses, and it just naturally would come out.
That's so good to me. So yeah, I did the show on the ship, and it morphed into something that I didn't know it could be, because you were there in the room in 2021.
Yes.
With everyone that was there, who are friends and colleagues of mine, who I admire, who I am inspired by, and it's a different thing to do a labor of love in front of them because they appreciate it in a different way. These people don't know me, right? They don't owe me nothing. And when they gravitated to the show in the way that they did, I knew that there was something.
The show has transformed from you wanting to basically hand the love letter to her, and now you have gotten to a place where you're the face of Dear Tina, but you are also her messenger here on earth.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah. It's one thing to just get up and do a cover. It's another thing to get up and really deliver the message. Because like I was saying before, you're not just a singer. You're not just an actor. You're a storyteller. And everything that you do comes with power and with message. And it affects lives and it transcends. And there's people that, like you said, that first show was for family. Family, friends, and colleagues, and those in between. But when you get out on those boats, and you go to those theaters and those performance spaces around the country and around the world,
yes,
you are touching lives, transcending spirit, and making a difference. And she is with you as you do it.
I feel that. I feel that this was birthed in me for that reason. She's a special gift.
Yes.
You know, I am blessed and really grateful that I was chosen for this space.
So I have one final question for you, my friend.
Okay.
You're looking in the mirror, and you are looking at your 10-year-old self, and you can give them a word of encouragement or advice to get them to the point that you are now. What would you tell them?
Don't be distracted by the people who don't understand what we were gifted. Their understanding is limited to what you already know.
Do you have any dates for Dear Tina that are coming up that the people should know about?
Yes, New York City, November 2025. And you can check in with us on our website at deartinashow.com or on Instagram or TikTok at Dear Tina Show. And in February of 2026, we will be at the Avionce Performing Arts Center in Florida.
Hey.
Tickets go on sale July 19th. Get them.
Yes. Now I gotta make sure this is up before then.
Well, you know.
But this has been great. Thank you so much for taking this walk with me, Avionce. It is always a pleasure to be in your presence, to really just share, as we like to say, this moment of communion with you.
Come on, communion. Yeah, it really is. I really am grateful that you even thought of having me to come and sit down. I would love this space and what you're doing. Like, thank you. I really am.
Oh, thank you, my friend. We did it, y'all. See you next time.
Okay.